I love to ride my bicycle because I can go fast or slow or just sit and roll around, and it keeps me fit. So that's what I especially like.
And like I'm really having fun, like on my bike, but I used to slow jog, and now I'm back to walking, but I'm sure, just riding my bike and walking, those are some of the things, that I do to stay fit, besides try to keep an eye on my diet and things of that nature.
I actually like to ride a bike. I love bicycling. It keeps the joints loose. It's not as hard on your knees as jump rope and basketball, and it kind of keeps the fluidity going in your cardiovascular. Cycling is a great opportunity to see the city and see the streets of Philadelphia in a real up close and personal way. I really enjoy it. The tough thing about cycling though is that no matter how far you go, you remember you got to come back. So try to understand the plains of Philadelphia. You get to see where the hills are, the valleys are, because remember, once you go down there, you got to come back up. But it's really good for your cardiovascular. I mean, you see the work you put in cycling manifest in other activities and other sports because your wind is up. It's a beautiful thing. I certainly think helmets are very good, but I'm going to tell you one of the most underrated pieces of equipment when it comes to cycling: sunglasses. Just the speed, the velocity, the wind particles and stuff in your eye. That's one thing you just don't want when you're going up or down a hill. And Mother Nature has a way of surprising you sometimes, and you don't want a small fragment getting in your eye while you're riding. But I don't really do the elbow pads. I don't do the knee pads. You want to have a comfortable seat. I think you want to go invest in the seat. Whatever you invest in, invest in a good seat. Because if you don't, you definitely have a tough time with the long distance. Like I like the on road, off road. It's like the mid grade between the skinny and the. Because sometimes I do like to get come off the street, maybe hit the pavements and go up the curves, and it just creates more of a challenge. Lifting the bike up, and then off road too. Sometimes I like to hit the trails off of the drive, behind the drive. You get to see a little more nature. Just when you get, I guess, after the age of 21, 22, when you first get the opportunity to buy your first car. My first car was low budget, but you tend to drive everywhere, and you don't appreciate the streets. You don't know the street names. As you get older now, you start to appreciate a little more. You can ride, you can see nature, you can see creeks, you see animals that you saw when you were a kid, and just ride through and enjoy them. I ride for sport. Point A to point B, I drive, still drive, but I ride for sport and I ride for just the opportunity to sit down and think about some of the things I want to do and just excel a little bit. Yeah, I always have a chain because we are in the main streets of Philadelphia. I keep a chain around the lock, and I always have a book bag on with water. It keeps my cell phone and different things in there, and I've actually rode my bike to meet the guys who work for me from time to time. But so helmet, glasses, book bag, agua, water, um, lock, chain, and your phone. Good morning. And maybe a token if you're lazy and you ride too far, you might want to put that bike on the front of the bus. You definitely want to keep your bike clean because just like your car, whatever you ride on, you want to make sure it's nice. But you want to make sure your chain is oiled, make sure it's not left out in inclement weather. You want to make sure you check the tires, make sure they're tight. Now, but the bikes they have now, the tires come on easily. They come on and off easily, so that you can, transport it in your vehicle and take it to a bike trail. When I was young, we had to use a wrench to take the wheels off. Now it's just a pull and turn, so that it's accessible, it's easily removed, and you could actually transport your bike anywhere without having tools with you. So I think it's mainly pedestrian safety. But the majority of the streets in Philadelphia, they have bike lanes. And so, I want to talk to your following and just say, please respect the bike lane when you're driving. There's guys like me out here who want a good ride and don't have to worry about looking over their shoulder and worry about getting hit. So, just respect the bike lane. In most cases, we're fine. But it's like we all from time to time. I hate when I'm riding and I see somebody texting and driving and they almost swerve into my lane. So be careful and just look out for others who aren't as protected as you are with your four doors. I think the majority of activities, I think for me, is just challenging yourself to see yourself go from being able to ride 1 mile, then ride 2 miles, then ride 3 miles, to where you're practically proficient. That's the reward.